Hey guys, this is SuperFunnyBros, and I have returned from the purgatory that is a self-reflection of my stupidity and ready to do a new commentary. This time the topic is something that I'm actually very knowledgeable about, and that is gaming. Today's video is about a guy named Low-End PC Gamer, who does benchmarks for games with a budget gaming PC. These videos were pretty cool until he made two videos. One called 10 Reasons Why PC is Better Than Consoles, and the other called 10 Reasons Why Consoles Are Better Than PC. I'm commentating on the latter. 5 reasons are typically the go-to amount for videos like these, but 10? Well, points for originality, I guess? Let's start this commentary, and back into the warp pipe we go.
So in my previous video I talked about why PC is better than a console, but that doesn't mean that there's nothing to love about consoles.
And almost immediately we come to the first major problem of the video. Your voice quality is garbage. But you don't need an expensive microphone to get a good sound. There are ones that are way cheaper and still give decent voice quality. For your future videos, get a better microphone, please.
So here are 10 reasons why consoles are better than a PC. So let's get on to it. Consoles are the way to go if you are on a budget. And if you want a game and you're on a budget, consoles are the way to go. Now, you can pick up an Xbox One for just $300, I guess, and a similar price range PC will hold up to an Xbox One for some time. But over time, the Xbox One will play games better than a PC because PC hardware demand is very high when time goes out.
No, a custom PC with a similar budget to an Xbox One will always run better. There are videos on YouTube that can show you how to build an effective budget PC. Also, even if the PC you get is more expensive than a console, in the long run, the PC gamer will save more money because games for PC are generally cheaper than on a console.
No, if you know what I mean. So the next reason is the lifespan of the consoles. Consoles can, a generation of consoles can hold up to around 5 to 7 years, but a PC average lifespan of a PC is around 3 to 4 years if you don't upgrade it.
Upgrading the hardware on a PC is not the same as getting a new console. When the lifespan of a console ends, then you have to buy a new console because the previous console will no longer be supported. On a PC, when there's new hardware that you can upgrade, you don't have to get a new PC. You can simply replace the hardware within that PC and increase its lifespan exponentially longer than a console. There's also the fact that you don't have to upgrade if you don't want to. Yeah, over time your PC might not be able to run the latest games at high settings, but you can still play them on a lower setting and resolution to get an optimal frame rate.
And then there's the optimization. When a game released, if you're on a PC, if you're a PC guy like me, you have to worry about a lot of things. First of all, what are the requirements, and if you meet those requirements, how the game will run, and if you don't meet those requirements, will the game run on my PC? Hopefully yes, and you buy it and bam, it runs like crap.
I don't think you understand what optimization means in gaming, because you later bring up Batman Arkham Knight as an example of PC having poor optimization compared to consoles. It's not the PC's fault that the game had severe performance issues. That's the fault of the developer for releasing a shitty product, and they got the backlash that they rightfully deserve. Games on consoles are not optimized. 30 frames per second is not an optimal frame rate to play at, or even an acceptable frame rate to some. 60 frames per second is essential because a lower, stuttering frame rate can hinder your skills as a player. When you play a game in 60 FPS or higher for a period of time, you can look back and see how terrible playing in 30 FPS really is. Consoles are not meeting the standards that are the bare minimum for PC.
But for console gamers, it's nothing to worry about. If a game comes to a console, let's imagine Xbox One, and it'll run pretty good, and at 900p at around 60 FPS. I mean, it's pretty good. And some games are most games.
You're not good at doing videos unscripted, especially when you trip over your words so much that it's hard to understand what you're saying sometimes. You said you have 10 reasons why consoles are better than PC, and yet you don't lay out what each reason is. I can make an educated guess that not only you're doing this unscripted, but you don't have any kind of guide to help you coherently make your argument, and just hoping you'll come up with 10 reasons that pop into your head.
But it's still not running as good as it runs on consoles. And of course then there's the console exclusive games lines, and you have for PS4 you have Until Dawn, Last of Us Remastered. For Xbox you have Forza 6, and then you have Halo's franchise, and like, they are pretty good exclusive for consoles and not as much for PC.
PC has more exclusives than all of the current gen consoles combined. Also, consoles having exclusives is not a positive. It's actually a negative. Not everyone is going to like me saying this, but I honestly believe this is the truth. You might want to sit down because we're going to be here for a while. I am against console exclusives because they're anti-consumer and hurt the gaming industry as a whole. Let me explain why I believe that. The reason Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo have exclusives is to give you an incentive to buy their console for those games, right? Let's say, for the sake of argument, that there are no exclusives. You can play all of their games on PC. Why would you spend your money on a gaming machine with shitty hardware and you can't upgrade to make it better because Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo say so, that lacks a variety of games, and in Microsoft's case, make you pay $60 a year to play online in addition to your internet bill and still be subjected to advertisements on a premium service? The only reason consoles exist is because of exclusives, and they hurt the gaming industry because developers make less money than if their games went third party. PC exclusives, however, are perfectly fine. The reason a PC exclusive exists is because either it's too graphically demanding for consoles to even run, or the controls are so comprehensive that you can't relegate them to a standard controller. That's why genres like real-time strategy games are non-existent on consoles.
And most of the games released early for console versions. The developers released their games early for console versions. If you take GTA 5 for example, it took 2 years after its initial release for the game to come to PC, and around 2 months after the Xbox One and PS4 released to come to PC. So like it takes a long time for games to come to PC, and that's okay, because there are lots of things to do if you're releasing a game for PC, and it takes time. But so it's another advantage that consoles have.
That's not always the case though. There are games where the PC version was released the same time as the console versions. Yeah, console gamers got to play Grand Theft Auto 5 first, but it doesn't matter which version comes first. What matters is which version is the best.
Early release games. And console is the way to go if you're trying to play with friends. You just invite your friends to your home and you just hang out and take your console controls and just get into the couch and play. But you can do it with PC, but just one mouse and just one keyboard by 2 people. I don't think it's pretty weird.
This guy seemed to forget that there's these things on a PC called USB ports that allow you to plug in your Xbox, PlayStation, or third-party controller and play games that way. So you can plug in multiple controllers and play split-screen multiplayer. And he forgot that you could plug your PC to a television via HDMI. Couch gaming is not an exclusive to consoles.
Of course, console is portable. You can just put it in your bag and go to your friend's house, connect it to your TV, connect it to their TV, and you can play. And it's pretty powerful. About the PC, not so much. You have to take the UPS, you have to take the whole PC and put it in the deck of your car and anything. And PC is not that portable, but consoles are, and you can just plug your console pretty much everywhere. But with PC, it's not that practical. So
why are we arguing about portability? Who the hell cares whether a console or a PC is easier to lug around than the other? That's not a reason to get a console. It's nothing. It's irrelevant to the topic of which should you get. You really are making this crap up as you go.
That's another advantage consoles have. And I guess that's it for this video. Those are the reasons what consoles do better than PC. Consoles are pretty good. I'm not saying they're bad, but if you have money and if you have lots of money, PC is the way to go. But if you're like me, then go for a console. I hate PCs right now because lots of games are running like crap on my PC right now, and it's 10 years old.
That's your own fault, not PC gaming. You're trying to play the newest AAA games with low-end hardware. Of course you're going to have a rough experience. Specifically, His CPU is an Intel Pentium G4400. His graphics card is an NVIDIA GTX 750, and he has 8GB of DDR4 RAM, which is standard for gaming but not ideal. When you look at his gameplay videos, you can see how the frame rate lags and stutters even at the lowest settings in 720p. If you want to play new games like these at 60 FPS or above, you're going to have to upgrade or play a game that's not as graphically demanding. Trust me, there are a lot of great games that don't require expensive hardware to enjoy. And it's not really expensive to upgrade either. You can get an NVIDIA GTX 1050 Ti for $150. Here's a new Intel Core processor for $200. Now when it comes to changing CPUs, there is a possibility your current motherboard may not be compatible. If that becomes the case, then here's a micro ATX motherboard from Asus that's $74 on Amazon. Also, are you sure those were 10 reasons why consoles are better than PC? Let's do something that this guy was too lazy to do and list off his reasons for him. 1. Budget. 2. Lifespan. 3. Optimization. 4. Exclusives. 5. Release dates. 6. Split screen multiplayer. 7. Portability. You're missing 3, buddy. This video should have been called 7 reasons why consoles are better than a PC. Let's not forget that all of your reasons were complete shite, so in the end you have 0 reasons why a console is better than a PC. And that's the end of the video. Here's the core problem with videos like these. They try to be equal with the reasons as to why a PC is better than a console and why a console is better than a PC. The fact is, you can't give equal reasons for each other because they're not equal. One is clearly inferior to the other. The PC can do everything a console can do, but better, and can do a lot more. When you try to force a console up to the level of a PC just to be neutral, you end up being dishonest to your viewers. Just take the gameplay videos and work on getting better hardware to play games like Doom 4 and Resident Evil 7. And that's it for this commentary. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to follow me on Twitter for any small updates. This has been SuperFunnyBros, and the veteran returns to the battlefield.